Good evening, everyone. Today we're going to finish section 2.1 notes with parts E and F. So part E was 2x squared minus 3x minus 6 equals 0. So because the leading coefficient is not a 1, I would try factoring this first with the asterisk method. So remember, a times c goes up here, so we get negative 12. B goes down here, negative 3. AX and AX goes over here, so that would be 2x and 2x. And I would look for two numbers that multiply to negative 12 but add up to negative 3. And if we go through and do that, well, we have 1 and negative 12, nope. 2 and negative 6, close, that adds up to negative 4. And 3 and negative 4, which adds up to negative 1. So there are no numbers that satisfy this. So this just tells me it's not factorable. So because it's not factorable, let's go ahead and use our quadratic formula. So x equals negative 3 plus or minus the square root of negative 3 squared minus 4 times 2 times negative 6 all over 2 times 2. So this will equal 3 plus or minus 9 plus 48 all over 4. That'll equal 3 plus or minus the square root of 57 over 4. At this point, we try to reduce the square root of 57. But there are no perfect squares that go into the number 57, so we can't reduce it. This is our final answer. Next, for part F, we have 6x minus 2 equals 3x squared. So we can't jump straight into factoring or the quadratic formula yet. What we have to do instead is get 0 on one side. So I'm going to subtract 6x and add 2. So we get 0 equals 3x squared minus 6x plus 2. And again, I'm going to try to factor it with the asterisk method. We get 6, negative 6, 3x, and 3x. Now we need to multiply to 6, add up to negative 6. So that means both my numbers have to be negative. Well, negative 1, negative 6. Nope. Negative 2, negative 3. Nope. So this one is also not factorable. I always try to see if it's factorable first because I prefer it to the quadratic formula, but it's okay if you skip straight to the quadratic formula. So going to the quadratic formula for this one, we get negative 6 plus or minus negative 6 squared minus 4 times 3 times 2 all over 2 times 3. So that's 6 plus or minus 36 minus 24 all over 6, which is 6 plus or minus 12 over 6. Now this time we can simplify the square root of 12 because the square root of 12 is equal to the square root of 4 times 3. And 4 is a perfect square. So the square root of 4 is 2. So we get 2 square root of 3. So our answer becomes 6 plus or minus 2 square root of 3 over 6. I can factor a 2 out of the top. So we get 2, 3 plus or minus square root of 3 all over 6. We can reduce the 2 and the 6. So our final answer is 3 plus or minus root 3 all over 3. And that's the end of section 2.1.